God damn, let me get a fucking towel here. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You know that Key and Peele meme where he's just like got sweat dripping off his nose, like nervous?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's me right the fuck now.
Oh, that's fine. I don't
Yeah.
care. Are you kidding? I actually put myself into that condition on purpose, like at least 5 times a week. And it helps that I live in an area where there's high humidity. So it doesn't take much effort.
Takes me at least 12 minutes of violent masturbation to get up to this point. Emphasis on violent.
Damn, I'm glad I got that on tape.
Because it's a two-hand. I don't ejaculate in mono. I'm a producer. I ejaculate in stereo, poke and stroke. It's like a steam engine.
That one was loud.
Poke and stroke.
I don't know how close it was, but it was loud. If I'm hearing it through my earphones, it's loud. I did see we had the light.
As I'm talking, I keep going away from it and back toward the microphone. And I should probably just remain stationary.
That tends to work best. It does. But I did see that the light flickered a little bit a few minutes before you joined again. Hopefully everything works as it's supposed to this evening. Fingers crossed, as always.
Ooh, what's this knob do? To find out more, fuck around. Yep, that still works.
That is what that knob does. Oh, by the way, did you happen to hear the new additions to the intro? Have you caught the broadcast from the beginning this week?
I did not catch the broadcast from the beginning because
I know you're busy. You got shit going on.
That's when the Jerry Springer what do you call them? The film crew showed up.
Film crew?
With the lights and everything. Jerry. I've got super duper coffee here, so I've somehow managed to salvage some voice.
Wow.
Why would I argue with The Rock? Anyways, it's better to argue with Iran. Am I right, Israel? Anyways.
Solid advice.
Ayatollah you so. Anyways. Oh, man. Okay. Man, I got 3 different Liberty Radio t-shirts to put on, but I'm going to put on the camo shirt.
Really? Wow. I didn't know you had that many.
I got to go with the camo shirt because I don't want to get it icky.
Yeah.
And how are people on the radio going to be able to enjoy me without video? Anyways, let's see. Glam. All right.
I mean, we try to put the best product that we possibly can on the radio. So that means we have to add some video to it, obviously.
According to my doctor's notes,
yeah.
When I wake up in the morning and before I go to sleep at night, I'm allowed to take my neck brace off for 5 minutes and do my neck exercises.
Nice.
And I just
That's
finished
progress.
my neck exercises. And I'm going to see how long I can go with the brace off until I can't hold my head up anymore. So,
all right. Well, don't push yourself.
But I also want to smoke weed, and I know when I smoke the weed, probably gonna cough.
You're gonna cough, and you're gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah. Well,
so
it doesn't help when one of the twinchins grabs my ponytail with both hands and then jumps off the couch.
Yeah.
And gives me what was that fairy tale? What's the fairy tale where the lady lays let down your hair? Rapunzel.
Rapunzel, let down your long hair.
Yeah. That's the one. Rapunzel. That's the name. I was thinking Rumpelstiltskin, but that's a different one.
That's a different one. That's a different one where somebody's trying to fuck the princess. But the thing is, if you pay attention in the fairy tale Rapunzel.
But Rapunzel got fucked too.
Well, yes, she did. That's because the dude climbed up on her pubic hair.
Oh,
They never specify which hair it was that she let down. Everybody thinks it was from her head, but no.
Well, she clearly wasn't Brazilian then.
No.
Anyways,
No.
I think she was German. Makes sense. Or even Rapunzel.
Possibly
Yeah, I'm going to go with German.
Norwegian. Yeah.
Going to go with German. Probably German. All right. Let there be wheat. And thank you so much to the kind donations on my birthday.
No, sweet.
It's allowed me to keep my head above water.
Nice.
And
That's
it's
what we
time
like
to
to
beg
see.
again. But we'll do that later. We'll do that later.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever actually said like a formal thank you to all the folks that reached out over the break to, for the birthday thing and all of that. So thank you to everyone that did. It was much appreciated. I'm just not. I don't really give a shit about birthdays. It's not a big deal to me. Never has been.
There's like two basic tenets, two basic, I guess, principles.
Ooh, I felt that one.
When it comes to communicating in Selagi-Gawanihisti or Cherokee language, when it comes to trying to convey thought in the Cherokee vibration. Obviously right now, Yona is speaking that Gilisi Gawanihisti, some of that Yonega action, white man, English. But
yeah, you're slanging it up.
In Cherokee, the two principles are as follows. First being that when it comes to pronoun use, typically the neutral pronoun is used, which in English would be one. Like instead of saying, I'm hungry or we're hungry,
one is hungry.
One is hungry. And that's very common in like Spanish and French, other Romance languages. Like, instead of saying, like in French, j'ai faim, you just say on a faim. Instead of saying tango hambre, you just say tiene hambre.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, same thing. But it's just the whole point of the exercise is the two principles that play in Cherokee communication, which is generally across most First Nation languages, is that number one, never speak highly of yourself. And avoid ever using the words I or me. And so that's why a lot of times when I'm in chat and I'm chatting away, my thoughts begin in Cherokee and then I translate them into whatever language. If Ronnie Omelets is there, I'm translating from Cherokee to Archilanchi, French, Französisch. If it's my German homie, it's auf Deutsch. If it's my Chicano homies, in Castellano. And for everybody else in English. But then typically I'll then just translate word for word. And so I end up saying blank, 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 the Yona instead of I blank, blank, blank. That's the one principle. The other, so first principle, never speak highly of yourself. That's what egotistical, narcissistic, prideful people do.
Correct.
Talk about, boasting.
Pride is one of the 7 deadly sins.
What? You don't ever speak highly of yourself. Avoid using words like I and me and mine. Secondly, never speak poorly of anyone else. So don't speak highly of yourself and never speak poorly of anyone else. That's the two main linguistic principles that guide my conversation, or at least are supposed to when I'm doing it right. And so it's really dissonant, like sandpaper on sandpaper, getting into conversations and situations where the rule of thumb is the total complete opposite.
Right.
Where Everyone's speaking highly of themselves, name dropping. I know this dude who knows that dude, and I know this guy who knows that guy, and I've had this guest and that guest, and I know this person and that person, and yada 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 yada. Jeez, poof, flashbulb. And then, oh, and this motherfucker right here, and that motherfucker over there, and this motherfucker over there, and it's like, oh my god, this is like the total, complete opposite of the peace pipe
Mm.
powwow vibe. And I hate it when people refer to it as tribalism because no one in at powwow or any First Nation considers it tribalism.
Right. Right. Right.
That's
Right.
just
Right.
the two most basic fucking principles. Don't sit there and just boast and brag about yourself. Nobody likes a braggart.
Mm.
Don't just sit there and shit talk everybody fucking else to everybody else. Nobody likes a shit talker. That has nothing to do with what tribe or language or country it's even happening in. Basic fucking principle shit here.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be mean to people. Leave people alone.
Yeah.
Don't touch people's stuff.
Right.
Just it's not complicated, Drizzle.
It's
These
not.
are basic
It's
fucking
not.
rules.
No, I think
Don't shit
it
where you
was.
eat. I mean, do I have to write it down?
What was it after last week's episode, or maybe a previous episode recently? We were talking, and we got on the subject of the 10 Commandments. Shit, might even have been while we were on the air. I don't remember. It's all a blur as far as I'm concerned. But I pointed out that
Blur's a good band.
that's true, as well as the spinoffs, because I'm a big fan of Gorillaz. But
Yeah.
10 Commandments just on its own is an excellent blueprint for how to conduct yourself through life. You know, if you want to actually be a person of integrity, right? If you're not interested in taking the shortcuts for personal gain, if you're not interested in screwing others over so that you can get ahead, you can have more, you can be at the front. If you're not interested in all of that shit, 10 Commandments is pretty much a good set of standards to adhere to, and you can basically boil all of those 10 items down to two things, which is don't hurt people and don't take their stuff. That's it.
Now, there's a third principle that, there's more than two, obviously. I just started at the top of the list with the two most important things. Number one, never speak highly of yourself. Start with humility, basically.
Hmm.
Humiliate yourself. Admit when you're wrong. Don't
Better
ever
you
speak
do it
highly.
than somebody else do it to
Right.
you. I'll say that.
Secondly, don't speak poorly of other people. Don't gossip behind people's back. Basic shit. At least basic when it comes to, Anigidawagi, Zalagia Yale, Gadoogie principles of we're in this together. But in this together, when I say we are in this together, we doesn't just include two-legged humans. You understand?
Right.
We includes all the nations: Oak Tree Nation, Pine Tree Nation, Cardinal Nation, Eagle Nation, Deer Nation, Buffalo Nation, Bass Nation, fucking name it, Moss Nation, Limestone Nation. I mean, there's so much life and spirit and energy in all these different living ecosystems that are all interconnected. They're all interlocked with one another. And for those that might say, Yona, that's crazy. How's limestone connected to the forest and the drinking water and everything else? Well, okay. Limestone is karst topography. The water comes from the surface and filters through the topsoil and
Mm-hmm.
hits the limestone, and the water mixes with the calcium in the limestone, which forms calcium carbonate, which eats out rocks and caves and
Mm-hmm.
cenotes, and these become natural cisterns and underground water systems which support the aquifers, which is our fucking drinking water.
Well, it's not just it's everything's drinking water.
Yeah. When I say our
It
includes
doesn't just belong to humans.
everything. And the problem is, linguistically, it's upside down. So when you say our in Cherokee, there's 5 different pronouns for our. Which hour are you talking about? Are you talking about our as in just people? Our as in just our clan? Our as in just you and me, but not him, or you and him, but not me? It's mind you, Cherokee is 90% verbs with prefixes and suffixes. It's
Oh, it's
interesting.
very active language.
It's interesting, and so that makes it incredibly difficult to translate because each verb has so many different possible um, conjugations across the different pronouns and verb tenses, and there's different prefixes and suffixes. And if you do the prefix, verb, suffix, you know, you, the verb itself is including prepositional phrases, or there may be a participle included in there,
Hmm.
and you know, even to the point of the verbs, like you can say, "I'm shaking it." Okay, well, when you look for the verb to shake, okay, are you shaking a fan? So it's something that's light and flexible. Are you shaking a hose? So it's long and flexible. Are you shaking a stick? So it's long, but it's not flexible. Are you shaking a pipe? So it's long, but it's hollow, but it's not flexible.
But not flexible, yeah.
Like again, there's just a million fucking verbs that mean just this or mean just that. Whereas you go to English and it's like there's one verb for fuck. There's one verb for love. But again, you go to Greek,
Hmm.
there's like 8 fucking words for love. Agape love, erotic love, on and on and on. You know,
Well, I mean, even the languages that are said to have spawned English eventually, right?
right?
Like
Like German.
Latin. Well, like Latin, the structure of a sentence in Latin is completely alien to the English language. Would not make half the sense that it's supposed to if you translate it directly, which is why you always have to transpose words in the sentence during the translation in order to make it make sense for the language that it's being translated into.
So I went over the first 2 principles linguistically. The third principle is how, is what's called the seventh generation principle. And that is what I am saying, what words I choose to say out loud and what actions I choose to take every day before I speak and before I act. I should not only think, how will this affect my own life? I should not only think, how will this affect my family's life, my children's life? Every word, every action. I should also think, how is this going to affect 7 generations from now?
Mm.
And so you're always trying to take the caretaker mentality that you're living on borrowed time and you're a caretaker for borrowed land and borrowed resources that are promised for the use of your great,
Progeny.
great, great,
Yeah.
great, great, great grandchildren.
That
And
makes sense.
instead, in my own lifetime, despite my very best attempts, I can't even get a single woman in my life to put the needs of our own children before their
Mm.
own. Never mind grandkids, never mind great grandkids, never mind 7 generations from
Right.
now. So it's no wonder so many forests are cut, so many rivers are dirty, so many families are broken because it no one's taking the long view and mature enough and in a high enough vibration to even imagine or project thought or think that far down into the future
You're
uh,
talking about the masses now.
because it's a
Because there are
mentality.
people that do take a very long view
Oh yeah,
of
like the
life on this.
Rockefellers.
Correct. Correct. There are people who know how to do it and
They
to
took that
use
to
it to
heart.
their advantage. Right.
The Kennedys, the
Yeah.
Clintons, the
Yeah. The
Bushes,
Bushes. Yeah. The list goes on
Ted
and on.
Turner. Ted Turner telling everybody, if you can't feed them, don't breed them. I'm sorry, how many kids did Ted Turner have down there in Atlanta? Anyways,
Yeah.
12 or something.
Or Oprah not opening her private road to the common folk of Hawaii trying to escape the killer tsunami
Yeah.
waves. That was one of the funniest stories I saw this week. I was like,
And
damn,
so
Oprah just made the wrong choice.
I've really gained an appreciation being a father, particularly, and now being an active full-time dad day and night, which has not been the case. I mean, when we got back from Ecuador, the deal was I'll work my ass to death. However many hours I have to work, however many days in a row I have to work to keep us afloat.
Right.
And then at least one of us will be with kids at all the time. And then, I missed out on a lot with kids, although every time she went back to the hospital for this or that, or to have another child, or for whatever reason, I have been the constant home presence for the kids, and
Mm.
so much of the stuff I just took for granted. I never really, I don't know. My focus, we had an agreement, and we split up the needs, and you'll take care of this, and I'll take care of that. And so I kind of had the blinders on. And I'm just focused on playing with kids, and then back to work, load up my
Mm.
lunch pail, and back out the door. And now, over the last 100 days, I realize
God, has it been
in
that long
opening the
already?
mail, filling out the letters for the whether it's health insurance or school or dentist appointments or therapy appointments, and it's just ridiculous. Like, no, my 4-year-old hasn't been to therapy. No, my 4-year-old hasn't had any baby teeth drilled or filled yet. And
Jesus.
all I'm seeing all around me is the American empire
Hmm.
in the last stages of its decline is now scraping the bottom of the barrel so hard that they're harvesting children as young as they can harvest them for every dollar they can
Mm-hmm.
for unnecessary dentistry. I mean, what kind of couch trip head shrink session do you have for a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old? Uh, Jeez, come on,
Well, I mean, that's, again, it's
come.
greatest country on
So,
earth, right?
so
Where else
instead
but
of
America can a 3-year-old get a session with a therapist?
it's like instead of taking the
Maybe
long view
Canada.
and asking, to paraphrase Kennedy, don't ask kids what adults can do for them. Wait, no. Don't ask adults what they can do for kids. Ask kids what they can do for adults.
Well,
And so now children are trafficked, children are fucked, children are harvested, children are squeezed and dripped dry.
mhm.
Cash, profit, market share. And that's probably the dirtiest, most memory hold part of the American story.
Yeah, because it's pretty much
Child
always
labor.
been that way.
Child labor. They don't like to show those pictures. They
Uh-uh.
don't like to talk about that. There's a reason we have child labor laws. And the funny thing is, just of recent, within the last 2 years, I've actually seen a number of stories decrying that we went too far with child labor laws. It's time to roll those fuckers back.
Hmm.
I shit you not. I could look them up on YouTube now, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, I know some of the strategy with the child labor laws was about breaking smaller businesses. Because a lot of times those were family businesses where they were larger families, larger compared to, what tends to be the norm today, where you've got, maybe 5, 6, 7 children, and whatever business it is that you're operating, those children are integral to the operation of that business. All of a sudden, you can't have them as employees anymore. What happens to your business at that point? It's gone. Now you got to go work in a factory. Oh, wow. Hello,
Well,
Henry
I mean,
Ford. When did those
I,
child labor laws come into effect?
I did end up with a professional land surveyor's license, which is nice. But, when I think back to, 5, 6 years old, dragging this thing behind me. Where is
Mm-hmm. No, he's going to go get it. I hope it's the machete,
it? Oh, yeah. There it is.
like machetes.
The old long knife. That's what it started with. Clearing lines so we can get that shot on that corner tree or fence
Mm-hmm.
post or what the fuck. Out there, 5 years old, swinging the fucking long knife, chopping out the line. And god damn, man. I worked for 13 years full time before I ever even turned 18.
Hmm.
Yeah, family, family, and family and business don't mix.
Well, that's a different kind of family business.
The first thing that I told myself
Well, it's
when I
still, I
turned
guess it's still
18 was,
appropriate.
I will never, ever, ever, ever make my children work for me. I will never do that.
Hmm.
And I said children, I mean, like young children. I would never impress my 5 or 6 or 7 year old into hard, grueling manual labor, 8 to 10 hours at a time.
Right.
That's, no, don't do that. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Again, I started with the whole thing of don't talk highly of yourself, don't shit talk other people, and think about how your own actions and words impact everyone warmed by your flame. So, not necessarily children, whoever's camping that spot on the river that night. I mean, it's just wild. And so I see now, zooming back out macro style.
Mm-hmm.
Time to get back harder, folks. Sigmund Freud's nephew, Edmund Bernays,
Mm-hmm.
the well, for all means and purposes, the father of Madison Avenue and modern marketing and advertising. For all you people that
In many
hate
ways.
ads,
In many ways.
you can thank Bernays,
Yep.
right? Weren't they called Liberty torches? Am I right, ladies?
Mm-hmm.
Liberty torches.
Liberty
Um,
sticks. Yeah.
to get the women's to smoke the ciggies. Um, and if we go back to Bernays, you know, in order to get people
He was actually on
to,
Letterman once. A lot of people
yeah, I
don't know
saw
that.
that.
Yeah.
It's what he called invent. Let's go to a core concept in advertising: invented demand,
Hmm.
induced demand.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, all the Smiths and the Joneses have already got this in their house. You ain't gonna keep up with the Smiths and the Joneses and
Mm-hmm.
the rest of them. I mean, look, they've got a automatic dishwasher and a dryer and clothes machine, and they got the whirlpool and the Frigidaire
Oh yeah, the
refrigerator,
best the
and
best was when they would get like the two housewives together on the
yeah,
commercial where the one was like, "Oh, did you hear about Susie? She got this and that, and now she's got so much time she can just relax by the pool drinking pina coladas." Yeah. And they would show that as like a vignette to people, as something to, emulate.
and so what I've realized now, because for the last couple of days now, I wake up early in the morning, I go downstairs, get the breakfast sausage out, start thawing it out, get the bananas out, start cutting up bananas, cutting up fruit. Kids finally start waking up because they smell the sausage. You know
Fuck
what
yeah.
what my grandma and granddad would do when I'd stay with them to get the kids
Oh
to wake up. They
yeah.
just start frying sausage
Fuck.
and bacon and
I completely
fucking
forgot
wake
all
up with
about
your
that.
mouth
Yeah.
watering. Like, oh man!
Yeah.
And then get down there and you see all that meat, and everyone's like, "I want so many pieces." Like, no, 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 no. You get the meat after you eat the fruit. Fruit? I don't like bananas. Well, I'll put chocolate syrup on it. They just eat it right up. There you go.
No, well, there you go.
There you go.
It's not a bad trade off.
Now you can eat your meat. And you eat your meat,
You get your pudding.
you get your pudding. That's right, folks. You don't eat your meat, you can't have
You
any
can't
pudding.
have any pudding.
Pink
That's
Floyd
right.
rules.
Well, we've known this. We've known this for like 5 decades now.
But then,
I think it's accepted.
Bobby Deers flies back in the room on her broom, grabs that bag of Dino Bites with the MSG Chicky Tendy product, throws them on a plate. Beep, beep, two buttons. Thing pops out, chop it into pieces, just throw it on the floor. Let them all just scramble on the carpet for it. That's how you do it.
Wow.
Why would you like cook in the kitchen and put it on like plates and stuff? Kind of a waste of time. I mean,
Well, because then you
quicker
have to
ways
wash.
of
You have
eating.
to wash
Yeah.
those plates eventually at some point.
Yeah.
Or they start growing shit, and I've been told that's not healthy to have that stuff in your house.
Oh my God. How could I know? I mean, again, I assumed what
Mm-hmm.
I assumed to be common sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, to my credit, I'm not a total dumbass because this is what 17 years. I've got 8 kids. We already went through 3 kids. I had them at the other house for all these years. And never nothing like that.
Hmm.
Never cussed around the other kids. Never like that.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's not me. All of a sudden, unbeknownst to me, totally out of character and breaking from performance. Boom, fucking blah. What do they
Completely new
call the?
personality.
It's like we went from fucking Mrs. Claus at the North Pole to the fucking
Mm-hmm.
Krampus. It's gonna punish you,
How long?
children.
How long? How long have y'all been, or were y'all together? Are together? How long?
We have
How
been
many
living
years?
together for 17 and a half years.
17 and a half years. All right. So if we do the math on that, that takes us back to,
17 years exactly, actually.
okay. So we're talking
Almost.
2008.
Yeah, it was actually beginning of September 2008. So we're
Okay.
within a month of 17 years.
When did she get her first smartphone?
Oh. Hmm. Before we were ever even married. So I don't know, 2012, 2013. I don't
Oh
know,
yeah.
when did smartphones start coming out?
Smartphones started coming out around.
I want to say it
Well,
was
I mean, iPhone
2013,
was
2014.
2008, I believe, was the launch. It was 2007, 2008. That's considered to be the beginning of the smartphone era when the first iPhone was launched. But they didn't start reaching wide adoption until about 2012, 2013. That
Yeah,
was when
yeah.
the various providers started incentivizing people to give up their
Um,
flip phone and get into a smartphone, as well as incentivizing their sales staff. And I say that with full confidence because I was incentivized to do that by Verizon.
it was the summer of 2013. So it's been 12 years on a smartphone. And when
Okay.
I say 12 years on a smartphone, I mean
I believe it.
for 12 years, that phone 99.99% of the time is either touching the skin or within 2 inches of the skin,
I
day
believe
and
it.
night,
I believe it.
day and night,
That's
inseparable.
that's the exact same way my ex was. Just always on the phone. Always.
And it's just weird, especially when there's like a room full of people, but like you checked out physically and spiritually from the
Hmm.
room.
I mean, I
Or,
remember
well,
even
I guess
back.
mentally and spiritually. Physically, you're technically still in the room breathing the same air, but
Right, but you're not existing in the same reality at that point.
right,
You're
right.
just not. I remember back in the before times, before COVID, when we would go out to eat out in Fairfax, you'd be in a restaurant full of people, and like 80% of them were on their phones.
Yeah. I
Unfucking
noticed
real.
that when I was door dashing because there's a lot of places up in Columbus where, um, they're like these food courts.
Yeah.
It's a huge building, like 2 or 3 stories, parking everywhere, and there might be an odd, like, fingernail or hair salon or something also in that building, but it's pretty much exclusively restaurants. But you have to go into the main doors, and then, like, once you get inside, it's like almost like they've taken a food court out of a shopping mall, but there's no shopping mall or anchors. It's just the food,
Right.
and all of the food vendors inside are like it's kinda like eating from a food truck. They're like food truck vendor type. It's not Burger King and no, it's like all, anyways,
Right.
and of course, it's there's all these high-rise commercial buildings everywhere, and people are in suit and tie, and anyways, whole place, people are sitting there eating with one hand, video chatting with the other the whole time, and I'm like, "I hate the future time." This
Hmm.
is just literally everyone walking around with fucking phones. And what was I doing? I got a phone in my hand with my fucking DoorDash.
Well, yeah, because it's a staple of daily life now. And it didn't
And
even
now
take
it's,
them 20 years to accomplish it.
since I don't obviously can't DoorDash anymore, I just mainly leave it on the charger or I'll watch like internet or something on it when I'm downstairs. That's about it. So I
Man,
went to the
text me
hospital
every now and then
yesterday
when you
morning.
remember.
Yeah. St. Mary's Hospital got more X-rays and MRIs. Let me see. Let me get my.
Oh, I think we have show and tell, ladies and gentlemen. Good thing you positioned the chair there, otherwise everyone would have been staring at your ass.
There it is. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, there's the new one. be able to pull it. We'll try.
Yeah, I can see it. Now I can't see it. Well, yeah, all right. There is that Danny
All right.
DeVito,
All right. So the doctor drew an arrow
right? I swear to
pointing
God, that looks like Danny DeVito.
pointing to where the vertebrae in the neck is broken all the way across, but it's
Gotcha.
a jagged edge.
Right.
Like
I see that.
but it's no longer impacting the spinal cord, which is you can see the little dot that's in the middle of the spinal cord.
Right.
Anyway, so long and the short of it is,
That was below
the
Danny
bone
DeVito.
is not fusing back. It has not healed back.
Okay.
And they were like, well, we can either schedule you for surgery
Fuck
or we
no.
can wait another 2 months and do another round of x-rays. I was like,
How about
okay, I'll
why
see
not
you
3
guys in 2
months?
months.
Let's give it a full 90
And then they gave
days.
me, they were like, and then about doing the exercises. Because they were like, you really shouldn't be able to walk or talk, but I don't know. Looks like you're doing all right. So
Who says you shouldn't be able to like
here is the latest, greatest edition of
the Herald.
the Herald Dispatch. God damn it. Would you work with me
It's been a
here?
while since we've done local news. Coal
Serving the
mismanagement.
tri-state for 116 years, the July 30th edition.
Go herd.
We are Marshall.
All right.
So the lead story, this is really awesome.
Yeah.
This is so awesome. And best of all,
Is this bigger than 24/7 robots?
this features key analysis by Emily Medine of Vienna, Virginia based Energy Ventures Analysis Incorporated.
No, I don't think I
And
know
of
her.
course, myself being a native
Oh yeah.
of Vienna,
Yeah, yeah.
Virginia,
You were born down
Old
there.
Lee Highway, Hilltop Road. That's
Right.
right. It's known as the Innova Fairfax County Hospital on Gallows Road at I-495 Beltway Freeway.
Yeah.
Anyhow, that's where it all began, folks. Long
Been there
ago,
many times myself.
51 years ago.
More than I wanted to.
So this is really cool. All right. I'll just kind of get into this real quick here. This is really kind of hilarious. And well, I don't know if it's funny. You be the judge. Appalachian Power and Wheeling Power fuel cost rate hikes have cost their customers hundreds of millions of dollars. And the energy companies are looking to add dozens of millions more to that category via a pending $71.6 million rate hike request before the West Virginia Public Service Commission. But West Virginia consumer advocate groups slammed the companies in filings of new testimony last week, contending that they have unnecessarily put ratepayers on the hook for preventable cost increases through years of mismanaging their fuel procurement. The company's fuel procurement group should expand their competency in understanding coal markets, coal procurement practices, and coal plant operations. Energy procurement analyst. Is it analyst or analyst?
They say analyst, but you can say it however.
Well, it's definitely analyst because, as we know, the analyst doesn't exist, right? Jeffrey Epstein. Um, Emily Medine of Vienna, Virginia based Energy Ventures Analysis Incorporated Professional Limited Liability Corporation
Jesus Christ. Was
said
it
in
Energy
testimony,
Ventures what?
we'll just go with Energy Ventures Analysis Inc., PLLC, said in testimony filed July 23rd on behalf of the Public Service Commission Consumer Advocate Division, or PSCCAD, of course, an independent arm. They've got that in parentheses, like anyone is going to know off the top of their head. Oh, PSCCAD, right? An independent arm of the agency charged with representing residential ratepayer interests. All right. So part of the Public Service Commission is the ratepayer homeowner interest that will investigate the Public Service Commission to make sure that they're not fucking ratepayers. So, in other words, folks, we have investigated ourselves and found no wrongdoing.
Hmm.
Anyways,
So it looks,
Appalachian Power.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
It
Go ahead.
looks like this what is it, the Energy Ventures Analysis Inc. PLLC, whatever the fuck they call themselves. They're a consulting firm.
Right.
That's it.
Right. So Appalachian Power and Wheeling Power have proposed to recover an additional $71.6 million in fuel costs over current rates effective September 1st. The utilities have asked the PSC, Public Service Commission, to approve a 3.79% increase in total revenues to cover that rate hike request, projecting average monthly increases of $5.30 for residential customers, $15 for commercial customers, and $13,400 for industrial customers. Appalachian Power and Wheeling Power reported incurring losses of over $40 million as they had to burn excess coal to address excess coal oversupply at their plants. Okay, so if you don't
Wait, wait,
understand,
wait, 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 wait.
did you understand what I just said?
I think I understand what you just said. Let me see if I can rephrase it, so it's a little bit more coherent for the layman.
Oh, please do.
All right, so they had a bunch of coal, right? They had more
much.
coal than what they needed. And let's say you got a pile of bananas, right? Like you were talking about bananas for breakfast. Well,
Right.
you got to use those bananas, because if you don't use all those bananas, they'll eventually go to waste. So they didn't want that additional pile of coal to go to waste. So they decided to just burn it anyway, even though nobody actually needed the energy for it, and they want the taxpayer to pay for it.
So, okay.
Did I get anywhere close?
There's a reason why our good friend from Vienna, Virginia, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fucking words, whatever.
Right.
In
Oh,
her
she's a
testimony,
Princeton graduate.
in her testimony filed on July the 23rd,
Princeton
where she's
School of
talking
Public and
about
International Affairs.
their fuel procurement group should expand their competency, basically saying they're idiots and dumbasses. Well, she basically called them idiots and dumbasses because they're at power plants with huge piles of coal, and they began burning coal, but not to generate power, because they had to make room for more coal that was being offloaded from the barges, but they couldn't put the coal in the furnace to make
Right.
electric because they had enough electric.
So they just burned it to get rid of it.
But they already bought more coal from the coal mine, and it already made it off the train onto the barge, and the barge is sitting there now. And they don't have anywhere else to pile the coal. And, of course, you can't just let the coal sit there. You got to burn it as fast as you get it. And if you can't burn it to make power, obviously, you just need to light it on fire. Same thing with money. Say you
Yeah.
got a whole bunch of money laying around. You can't save that. Everyone knows you're not spending it. Just go ahead and light it on fire. And then ask for a rate hike. Okay, next story. I can't make this shit up, man. It hurts my brain.
Hmm.
It hurts my fucking brain, Driz. Jesus Christ. Just light money on fire. I mean, if you're when you're burning coal at a power plant, but you're not making power with it, I- help me understand. Anyway,
Well, you're just burning it then. You're just burning it, like I said, you're just burning it to get rid of it because you had to create space for the new product coming in. It's it's not uncommon in industry for them to just literally waste product for what seems like no good reason. It actually happens more often than what people
oh
think.
yeah,
I
especially
remember,
when it comes to monocrops like soybean, corn, GMO wheat.
yeah,
There's so much crop that's destroyed every year because they'll make more money from the insurance than they would if they sold it at market.
yeah.
I can't make this shit up.
When I was working at Books a Million, I was in charge of shipping and receiving everything that came into the store. And we had a giant magazine rack in the store. I was one of the people who had to go through the magazine rack every so often, pull out all of the old issues, and then we had to deface them before throwing them into the dumpster after the new issues had come in. We didn't send them back to the publisher. They never got any return on investment. They literally just went straight in the trash.
I love to talk about the railroads, and
Hmm.
I cannot believe it actually made the Huntington paper. Union
Ah, they're
Pacific,
in Tyson's. That makes
Union
sense.
Pacific, and Norfolk Southern.
Oh yeah.
Seek the first transcontinental railroad in U.S. history.
Haven't
Okay,
we built a railroad across the country before? I'm pretty sure we did that like
right.
a couple
But
hundred
with
years ago.
private railroad ownership, there used to be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of privately owned railroad companies. And there used to be dozens and dozens of class one railroads. Fast forward to July 31st, 2025, Burlington Northern has merged with Santa Fe.
Right.
Canadian Pacific has merged with Kansas City Southern. So we have BNSF, we have CPKC, we have CSX, which is the merger of CNO and BNO and
Mm-hmm.
Conrail and Seaboard Systems, which basically merged virtually all of the East Coast except for the Norfolk and Western and Southern railways, which of
Right.
course
Chessie
ended
and
up
Baltimore and
merging,
Ohio and yeah.
and the Norfolk and Western and Southern Railway became Norfolk Southern,
Mm-hmm.
which is now going to merge with Union Pacific.
So what's it going to become? What Union Southern, Norfolk Pacific, Union. What are they going to call it?
It's going to be NP, Norfolk Pacific, because it's going to go from Norfolk
Right.
to the Pacific.
Hmm.
And at that point, we're down to just NP, CPKC, BNSF, CSX.
Yeah.
Four railroads.
Four Horsemen.
There you go.
It's
Let's see what
interesting
else.
how those things come together. So which one is
Uh,
Nick Nolte?
oh, I gotta look. I don't see. Let me go over here. See if I can't see the picture here.
No, which railroad is Nick Nolte? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, Nick Nolte is CSX, definitely, definitely.
Sounds right.
He's Western Maryland vibes. Cumberland, Maryland. Need I say
Yeah,
more?
yeah, yeah,
Need I say
yeah.
more? Oof.
I
Oh,
can see that.
oh, oh. Don't stop here. Just keep driving.
That's right.
God, don't stop.
Folks that have never been to Western Maryland, don't go. Just don't. Don't do it.
I mean, to be fair, there's an interstate that goes through there, Interstate 68. And you'll know you're on it when, like, every half mile, there's another sign that says, caution, 30-mile-an-hour hairpin curve or 8% slope or, and you're like, they can do this on an interstate? In Western Maryland, yes.
Yep.
They get different rules there. So, yeah, it's perfectly fine to have a 30-mile-an-hour hairpin on the interstate in the middle of fucking Cumberland, but it's fine. Fine. At the bottom of a fucking 8% hill that's been going downhill for 4 miles. And then hairpin on a viaduct in the middle of fucking downtown. It's no, just don't. That's what
It's
Google Street
fine
View is
Maryland
for.
engineering, Yona. That's what that
Oh,
is.
God knows it's even worse if you're like, you know what? Fuck that. We're trying to get to Pittsburgh. We'll just take 70 up to the Pittsburgh Turnpike. Don't do that either.
No,
Oh,
no.
that's like
Stay
when the
off
frog
Turnpike.
jumps out of the frying pan straight into the fucking fire.
Yeah, I can remember so many road trips up north where we're like,
Oh
all
my
right,
God.
we gotta look at the map. We gotta plot out how we're not going to use the turnpike.
Oh my God. Okay.
It's terrible.
So for those that don't know what I'm talking about, when Interstate 70 meets Interstate 76 in Pennsylvania, they don't have an actual freeway interchange right now. It just ends at a stoplight. Then you
Uh-huh.
have to turn right, go through two more stoplights, and then you can get on the ramp that takes you to the ramp that takes you to another ramp that takes you on to 76. It's called Breezewood, Pennsylvania. The Breezewood interchange. It's I don't know. It's completely fucking retarded, pretty much, and they never fixed it. But apparently, they're thinking about finally fixing it. I don't know. I don't know.
Really? How exactly are they planning to do that? Because
You know what?
I'm looking at it right now and I'm like, yeah, this is pretty fucked up right here.
Okay, all right. This is Get Back to Harder. It's not quite 11 o'clock. Let me add this to the screen.
I,
Oh, you got it
I've
there.
got it up. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So,
Holy crap! You're right. It does just end. Boom.
well, let me pull up my map here because I've got a different map. This is the open maps. Let me zoom in here. Fuck, what part am I looking at again? Oh, Breezewood. Okay. Breeze. Where you at, fucker? There's Cumberland. There's 70. There you are. Aha. All right. Fuck yeah, man. Oh, this is what I need right here. Share to the screen. Open the street map. Blam. All right, Driz. Let's see here. We had to start with the Pennsylvania Turnpike, which predates the interstate highway system. It was one of the first 4-lane roads ever built.
Hmm.
And the genesis of the highway even being built to connect Pittsburgh to Pennsylvania.
Makes
It
sense.
all began with a failed railroad. A railroad went bankrupt, blasting tunnels. And so, lo and behold, state of Pennsylvania ended up taking over the railroad property, which had all these tunnels, but there's no rails, there's no track. They never got it done because,
They ran out of
again, they
money.
went bankrupt.
Right.
They're out of money. And so now, state of Pennsylvania has got all this railroad right of way. And let's see here. Okay, there's the fucked up Breezewood interchange.
Right.
And I don't know if you
Fucked
can
up.
tell, but you can see Old Pennsylvania
Oh
Turnpike.
my God. Wow.
There's the grade running up this blue line, which is now a bike trail. And that's the Rays Hill Tunnel,
Hmm.
railroad tunnel, just 2 lanes, you see, because it was a double track tunnel, which means it can do 2 lanes of traffic. So 4 lanes to 2 lanes to 4 lanes. That's why when they updated the Pennsylvania Turnpike, making it 4 lanes all the way through, they put it somewhere else. Here is another tunnel. Sidling Hill Tunnel. Again, 4 lanes down to 2 lanes, 2 lanes back to 4. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's still chugging along here. And then, yeah, abandoned Pennsylvania Turnpike. Okay. There's one stretch of railroad grade. Now, here's another one of the railroad tunnels they still use, but they ended up putting a second bore through Tuscarora Mountain. Blam. From that tunnel there all the way down to here, the Pennsylvania Turnpike is still on the railroad grade. And it's no wonder they went broke building this thing. Here again is 2 more of the railroad tunnels.
Good
So
Lord.
you got one there, Blue Mountain, and you got this other one. Fuck is it called? Kidney Tunnel. All right, Kidney Tunnel, Blue Mountain Tunnel. All right, I think that's it. Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
So we had 1,
That's
2,
wild.
3, 4, 5 railroad tunnels. And they were like, well, fuck, we got these 5 railroad tunnels. We'll just lay blacktop down the rail grade. We don't even, they never even got the rails down. We'll just put a fucking 4-lane road down there, and then we'll just go 2-lane through all the tunnels. But I mean, this was like what, 1930 something when they started slapping this thing together. So anyway, all right. So Turnpike came out through there like that. All right. Just like right through here. Well, then, I don't know, late 50s. I could look it up, but I'm not going to. Some 20,
That's for
30
the
years
audience.
later,
The audience is
some
supposed to
20 or
fact
30
check
years
you.
later, they're like, oh my God, we've got a traffic jam on this freeway at every single tunnel because it goes from 4 lanes down to 2 lanes.
Well, yeah,
and then
because of bottlenecks.
it's bottleneck at every single tunnel. And they're like, oh man, this is going to cost a fortune to bore all these tunnels. So they skipped 2 of them. And then we've got 1, 2, 3 that they did double bore. And they skipped the other 2. So when they skipped the other 2, the freeway came down like that in the 50s. About 20 years later, they built I-70 down through here. But I-70 was a free road. No toll. Pennsylvania Turnpike, it's a toll road.
That's right.
They wanted to make sure everybody goes to the toll booth. Well, 20 years before I-70 was ever built to Breezewood, they rerouted the Pennsylvania Turnpike. There was already an interchange at Breezewood right here.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the ramps used to go right here. You can see there's the old overpass there, and it
Yeah.
used to be a trumpet like that. And that's how you got off the turnpike and went to Breezewood. Well, when they put the freeway down here, they left this almost mile and a half long portion of the old freeway in place to connect the interchange with the new freeway. Then when they built 70, they just built 70 down here on the Lincoln Highway, 800 feet from that interchange that was built in 1932. And so now, almost 100 years later,
That'd be fine.
the Interstate 70 comes to a screeching halt, and there's one stoplight, two stoplights, three stoplights, and then you can get back on the freeway. And if you're coming off the turnpike and you want to get on 70 to go to Maryland, why? You should really get your head checked. Why are you just go the other way?
Other
But
direction.
anyways,
Yeah.
it merges you on here. One red light, two red lights, three red lights. Now wait for your left turn arrow. Okay. Oh my God. I don't I don't I don't know what to say.
Oh wow.
I don't know what to say. I oh my God. That that might be the most retarded interstate intersection in the country.
You might be
Might
right.
it
You might be right. I always thought that
Breezewood.
it was retarded that 66 ended at a stoplight on what is it, the Rosalind Bridge, I think.
Right?
Like I always thought that was the dumbest thing in the world. I was like, why don't you just bring it right in? Like why is there a stoplight? That makes no sense. It's supposed to be an interstate. Now there's plenty of other lights on the interstate because it's like, oh, we got to slow it down here and speed it up here, and they're doing like all this convoluted shit to try and move traffic better. None of it's working.
When I used to collect maps all the time as a young kid, I always wondered about I-66 just basically dumping you onto a Potomac City bridge and
Hmm?
boom, you're in the district.
Yep,
Then I went back.
that's it. That's where it
You got
ends.
to realize we moved from Vienna when I was 3 years old. And it wasn't until I went back to DC on occasion that I then learned why 66 dead ended at the Potomac. Because they're doing you a favor. They're warning you.
Right?
You've now crossed the Potomac.
It's point of no return.
It says DC, but who's kidding who? Look all around you. The only white people are wearing suits and they don't even live here. You're in Black Maryland. Hi, Prince George County.
Technically, yes. Although it's sovereign ground, Yona. Remember that.
No,
It's its own state.
I didn't even mention South DC yet. We could talk about the failed Washington, D.C. light rail project and the utter billions of dollars that were wasted on. Oh my! I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer here. I'm not trying to be Yona ruins everything like Adam Konauer, but Jesus fucking Christ! If you ever wondered why we don't have any cool shit, I can't. I can't even start on the D.C. Metro.
It's the district. Yeah.
It's the district.
Always has been.
There's always the California high speed rail. let's just go from bad to worse. Imagine building a 60-mile long concrete viaduct so that you can suspend high speed rail 20, 30 feet high in the air over completely level cornfields in the San Joaquin Valley. 60 miles on a viaduct through cornfields. And of course,
It's called money laundering, Yona.
the very first section that they needed to build was from Modesto to Fresno, of course.
But why not?
From nowhere to
To nowhere.
nowhere.
Yeah.
Rather than beginning in San Francisco and working toward LA, or beginning in
Well,
LA and working toward, I don't know, San Francisco. No, no, wait. Let's start by building a 60-mile long,
right,
30-foot high
right. What are the
concrete
two?
viaduct to carry 3 tracks
What are the two cities in
over
California
level
nobody wants to go to?
level
Let's
cornfield.
start there. No, it's all about that's again, these things happen in cycles. They're make work projects that these parasites come up with in order to continually bilk the taxpayers for more and more money. They're never actually planning to really do any of it. It's only when their feet get held to the fire that they actually start to make what would be considered progress, but it's never even actually real progress. It's still half-assed. It's just a show.
Over 61 years ago, Japan Railways began operation in 1964
Hmm.
of the Shinkansen from Tokyo to Osaka, reducing the travel trip time, I think, from over 7 hours to like 2 hours, 45 minutes,
Right.
less than half time. And although there are some long viaduct sections when it's crossing rivers and low valleys, Japan's very mountainous, Honshu,
Hmm.
lots of tunnels, but they went out of their way to go with earthen embankment when possible. And then whenever roads or property owners needed access across the railway, they would either put like a little pedestrian bridge over top or an overpass over top, or where it's an earthen embankment, like a dike or a levee. Don't call her that. Um, they just put a big tile, a big round culvert,
Hmm.
and then put the road or whatever through the culvert and save, I don't know, billions of dollars because you're not building 60 miles of elevated
Right.
concrete viaduct across level
Well, it sounds like they were also using
cornfield.
the natural contours of the land to help shape the track,
Right?
which
And,
is smart.
to be fair, when you're
I'm sorry,
trying to
intelligent.
build a high-speed rail line from Modesto to Fresno, and the existing track is already completely straight and already completely level for 60 miles,
Hello, Fresno.
obviously you need to build a 60-mile long, 30-foot tall concrete viaduct on the same level ground parallel to the same completely straight track for 60 miles. It, oh my God. No, do people know it, we got to talk about something else. It,
All right. What do you want to talk about?
that makes it, God damn it,
We got
man.
digital IDs now.
God
You want
damn.
to talk about that?
We need a feel good story. We need a feel good
A
story.
feel good story? I don't think we
Oh,
got one of those this week.
are we still in false flag season?
Yes.
Oh yeah, there's
It's
been a couple more shootings
yeah,
and
there's been more shootings. I've got a real strange I don't even know what to call it. I wouldn't necessarily call it a
there was a
feeling,
very
but there's
weird killing in Dyersburg, Tennessee yesterday.
was there even weirder than the guy setting the city councilman on fire in Danville, Virginia?
Oh wow. Well, in
Did you
this
hear
case,
about that?
no, I want to hear about it. Thumbnail real quick. Dyersburg yesterday, a little baby, 18 months old, was found in her car seat crying and strapped in her car seat in the family van parked out in front of the family's house where the grandma, uncle, mom, and dad lived,
Mm-hmm.
but they weren't there. They were halfway between Dyersburg and New Madrid, Missouri, right near the Kentucky-Tennessee state line, uh, in the northern adjoining county to Dyer County, Tennessee, that being Lake County, of course. Tiptonville, for those that aren't familiar, right below Fulton County, Kentucky, and Hickman,
Hmm.
New Madrid, Missouri, Reelfoot Lake area. They
Yep.
were all found dead
Oh wow.
like 4 hours later, murdered. So, like, somebody killed everyone in that house and dumped their bodies on their way to Kentucky. And I guess didn't know
As you
about
do.
the kid in the van. But the kid survived, obviously, the baby. But 4 people were killed, and now they've got to find out. There's a manhunt. It's an unsolved mystery, developing story. All
Hmm.
right, Danville, Virginia.
Interesting.
Go Route
Well,
29.
this is weird, man. So this dude, he's 38-year-old city councilman in Danville. His name was Lee Vogler. I never met the dude. I don't know who he is. Danville is at the very southern part of Virginia. I know
Right on
that
the border with North
with North
Carolina.
Carolina. That's right. Rocky Mount, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I know that because I had to do a report on Danville back in elementary school because they had our class. We each had to pick, I think it was like a county in Virginia, and we had to do a report on some stupid shit. But I got this big packet of information from the Danville city government or whatever. It was wild. Nobody had like all the documents. I had all the documents from Danville city government. Nobody had that shit. I was the only one. But anyway, I'm digressing. So, 29-year-old forces his way into the city councilman's office, chases him outside, and then I believe doused him in gasoline and set him on fire.
Well, did the councilman make it out all right, or hospital
I'm
with
still
burns? Or,
reading because I haven't I haven't even really paid that much attention
oh God!
to the story. They're saying that it was not politically motivated. That
Oh, thank God!
there was some
Well,
sort
I'm sure
of
that's reassuring to
right.
Councilman Vogler.
Sure, yeah. Um, but it's bizarre. Like,
So is Councilman Vogler still alive, or did he get roasted?
let me see. Pray for a swift recovery. So it sounds like he's still alive.
All right.
In peace for the
They can just
entire
strip
Danville community.
skin
But
off his ass and put it on his face. It'll be fine.
I'm looking for like anywhere where they might mention motive, and I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, because they're like, I'm reading the AP news story on it, and they're like, we reached out to Danville City Police for comment, nothing. They left them a message. They got no return call, nothing. Like, it's weird.
Well, to be fair, the 29-year-old could have just like been really bored and was like, you know what? That Councilman Vogler, he's a dick. I'm
No.
gonna go get a gas can and chase him out of his office. Got nothing better to do. Why not?
Well,
Doesn't have
apparently
to be
he
a motive,
works
right?
at there's like some magazine or something. That's where he was when the dude found him. He was at work and he does sales for the magazine. I didn't even know there were still magazines in business in 2025. That's kind of mind-blowing to me.
I mean, my God, I've got this newspaper over here. What did I do with it? Thing's pitiful. It's got like what, 5 pages? Pitiful. What did I do with it? No, that's all my X-rays.
Yeah, I mean, he seems like there has to be something more to this story. Because they're making it seem like this dude was, pillar community. He's coaching the children's sports teams, and he's a dedicated father of two. And just one day, dude douses him in gasoline, sets him on fire for no reason that we're allowed to know.
Wow. There's only 18 pages.
Oh shit! Radio Shack's got
And
another one here.
and
Another
6 of them are all ads. God, that's pitiful, man.
This is from June 28th of this year, so about a month ago, out in Utah. Woman was arrested after setting a man on fire at a gas station, which kind of makes sense because you got, the accelerant right there. You don't have to go far. But like this dude in Danville, like he brought the gasoline to where the target was. He wasn't just making use of what was around him. Like this was definitely premeditated.
I brought some gas to the party too.
Blam. Fire it up. Oh, I'm sorry. Was
Banana
it too
OG.
soon?
Oh my God. Banana OG. This
I have a
takes
bad habit
work.
of doing that.
Oh my God. An old favorite. Oh, and great news.
Oh, yeah?
A bear water dispensary is opening up in Chesapeake, Ohio, which is Chesapeake is about 3.5 miles from here.
That's good. Shit, 3.5 miles would technically be walking distance for
I
me.
know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dispo within walking distance.
Fuck yeah.
If only it was totally free. Still requires some money. But hey,
That's
we're
all
working.
right. That's what government's for.
But the long and the short of it is, the doctors were like, without invasive surgery, the bone may never fuse all the way back. And so
Okay. What's that mean?
you'll just have like a broken neck bone, which means that you can't do any skydiving, you can't do any type of heavy physical work,
I'm guessing
and
no more bungee jumping.
you're basically partially disabled for the rest of your life. And I was like, well, that sounds like a check to me.
Right.
I mean, I can piss and moan all I want about having worked since I was 5 years old, but then again, having worked since I was 5 years old, and it's now 2025, and that was in 1979. I've worked enough.
Well, you can do other kinds of work now.
Well, I,
Lower
I do.
impact types of work.
I mean, I don't really think of
I
it
don't
as
think you should
work.
ever really stop working.
Well, okay, like I guess it is, but like when I sit down and I compose the music and I write the lyrics and then
That's
I
work.
record the vocals and record the different piano parts because every song sounds the same. Anybody that's gone through the Yona discography, they can tell you every song,
It all sounds the same, yeah.
same language, same melody. Then making the fucking videos. Oh my god. Jeez, oh man. Hell, I just got done. The thing that fucks with me now, like every time I make a song, I got to give it some stupid fucking name that I can't remember.
Right.
And then a year or two later, I'm like, hmm,
What was that song
didn't
called?
I remix Around the World by Daft Punk before? Yeah. Yeah, I worked on it for a couple days. I put in Daft Punk. I put in Around the World. I can't find it. Can't find it. Can't find it. Because I called it something fucked up. So I was finally like, well, fuck it. I'll just remix it again. But I'm going to be smart this time. I'm not going to call it Daft Punk or Around the World. I'll give it a fucked up name again.
So that 2 years from now you can repeat the cycle.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
just repeat the process.
Well, I mean, that's one way to keep yourself busy. That's for sure.
I don't know where I come up with these.
I don't either, but I'm glad that you do. I don't know if we
Oh,
would have been on the air half as long as we have been if it weren't for the music that you produce, as well as obviously many other people. But you've been a big part of it for a
the
long time.
the incredible difference. Because I mean, I go back and listen to songs from 3, 4, 5 years ago, and like I almost can't even listen to it
Hmm.
because the sound quality is so bad. But the chords are good, the melodies are good.
Yeah.
Just can't listen to it because fucking fingers on the chalkboard, man.
It was
I
before
just
you learned how
I
to master.
cannot I just cannot there's no way to overstress how important the final mixdown is
Hmm.
in the music production. If that record's not produced properly, it's crap,
Yeah.
and I mean, like, for example, I put out my 4th song via Nova. It's finally on all the platforms. It was kinda like my birthday present. I had my birthday back on the 28th, Monday, and Monday, it finally went through.
Oh shit, that was Monday. Yeah.
And so I was like, "Yay!" And, I ended up, touching bases with, the old guitar homie
Hmm.
and played it for him, and he was like, "Vocals are great. Music's pretty good too. It's just, wish I coulda produced it, you know, because the production, could be a lot better." And I thought, "Well, probably so, but good enough," and it was all me. Good enough, and it was all me.
Should have told him to remix it.
Well, I sent it to him. I shared it. Well, I mean, granted, it's already been shared with Planet Earth at this point, so
Right.
and it's on YouTube, so at this point, literally anybody can remix it, and that's what's really blown my mind is there's like, let's see, Death to Tyrants has remixed my songs.
Hmm.
B1 has remixed some of my songs. start to finish, remixed it. And it was my song, but he remixed it. Yeah, that's kind of what a remix is. I don't. Um, uh, Matt Finley,
Yeah.
um, he's remixed 3 of my songs. I remixed 3 or 4 of his. We're almost like Jay and Silent Bob, almost to the point of some. I'm not
Holy
going to say it.
shit. There it is right there. Let's see.
It's just it blows my mind. Really blows my mind. Because to me, that is the highest possible honor that you could ever pay to any other musician is to remix their stuff.
Damn, it's our the
What?
generic channel on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
It's already gotten 175 views.
Well, it dropped on Monday
Hey,
afternoon.
that's what I'm saying. That's good.
But that's just the topic generic little
That's
YouTube
what
thing,
I'm
right? Yeah.
saying. That
Yeah.
is good. That means that just random people are listening
Random
to it.
people are digging it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I see a lot of videos on YouTube that are just 1 or 2 views. God, over half of them. There's not a lot of videos out there, but, I mean, I'm sure it could be better, but I'm happy with the song, and it's all original.
That's all that
Everything,
matters.
every part of it's original, I mean, hell, that's what's cool about it. That's why I was able to release it. Believe you me, if it's full of fucking samples and you go to get UPC and
Oh,
ISRC and license it and everything else,
God, that whole
not gonna
system is
happen.
so incredibly fucked up.
Not gonna happen. And God knows they took fucking. I submitted it on June the 30th,
Mm-hmm.
and it was finally out on YouTube July the 28th. Took almost an entire month.
Yep.
Granted, the song, the Villanova that I put up, is actually both versions of the song. I just call it Juneteenth Remix because I start out with acoustic, then I bring in percussion, then I just go full bore house, techno,
Hmm.
EDM. I don't know what to call it. I guess house. We'll call
House.
it Cherokee House. There
There
you
you
go,
go.
Cherokee House. Can
We've made
definitely
up
call it
genres
Cherokee.
before, so it's not a
Yeah,
big deal.
and apparently Cherokee House is already a genre.
Is it? That doesn't
I
surprise me.
I think. Let's ask the Grok. Is Cherokee House a music
Please tell me you don't have conversations with the AI.
No, no,
Yeah.
no. Cherokee House is not a recognized musical genre in the
Fuck
same
yeah,
way
that
as
means it's
house, rock,
ours. We
jazz,
claim it.
or classical. Cherokee music refers to the traditional and contemporary. Yeah, but this isn't Cherokee music I'm talking about. This is
Right.
Cherokee House.
That's right. We need to trademark that shit like now.
And what's the name of my record label? Deconogeesti Records. The Cherokee word for music, nonetheless. Of fucking course. So it's like Deconogeesti Records is like saying music records.
Well, yeah, that's what they are. They're
But
records
guess
with music
what?
on them.
The name Deconogeesti Records wasn't taken. Imagine that. Cherokee House, not taken. What do you know? Got another one that's not taken either. Denim condoms, but they're not button fly.
Yeah, I don't think that would work. I think you're going to have a lot of unhappy customers, but not immediately following the use. It'll be like
Well, they're
a year later.
actually latex condoms, but with the corduroy pattern and the coloring of the condom plastic,
Hmm.
it
I
looks
see what you're
like
talking about. I see what you're talking
it looks like you've
about. I
got
mean,
denim protecting you from STIs.
look, if you can get them on the market like right now, I think you can make a killing, especially if you target the marketing towards the right-wing dum-dums. They're all over the denim thing right now. They'll go fucking nuts for it. They'll throw money at you. I guarantee it. But you
Here's the
gotta
thing
you
about
gotta
it,
move
though.
quick, man. Current things move very, very fast.
There's a lot of denim out there. It's not gonna be like the acid washed with the holes in the knees and everything, because you don't want acid wash. You don't want holes in the side of. It's just gonna be basically your regular blue jean denim, like
Yeah,
mom
yeah,
jeans when
yeah.
she's packing the ass out front.
No, I'm just saying if you wait until like next week to start figuring out what the production chain on this is, you've already lost the opportunity. Like you got to move quick on this. Cuz I don't next week it's going to be something different and they're not going to care about this woman and her tits anymore or what she's wearing or not wearing. It's going to be something completely different. I don't even know who this woman is and why people are so upset or thinking she's a hero. It's bizarre. It's bizarre watching
It really,
current
really
things
is
go through.
cute. It really is cute when you have women on Facebook and TikTok and elsewhere shamelessly showing nipples and, well, clothes on, but
Hmm.
w- absolutely trying to manipulate and seduce and sell for likes and clicks and shares.
Hmm. Attention.
Um,
It's for attention.
and it's really, really just so shallow and pathetic. Um,
Well, they see the beautiful ones doing it. And they think that that's why the beautiful ones get the attention that they get, the likes and the comments and the shares and the all the little bells and things that give you the dopamine hit and all of that.
just like that,
The
folks,
Skinner box.
we've made it to the fourth principle.
Yeah.
We already
Took
went over
us
the
long
first two
enough.
basic principles. First one, don't ever speak highly of yourself. Nobody likes a braggart. Number two, don't shit talk other people. Nobody likes a shit talker. Who's a shit eater? Really? I mean, number three, take the long view. Think about how your words and actions affect everyone around you, most importantly, your children, children, and children, future generations. Well, then the fourth principle really gets to the very essence of existence, and that is constantly thinking outside of yourself. And, what do you rely upon to get through the day? What trees do you lean on? Where do you get shade? Where do you draw water? You know, where do you get your bacon that you bring home? Your support network, in other words.
Hmm.
And so the fourth principle is working with your support network, strengthening ties, growing your support network, which in Cherokee would be Gadoogie, together. Um, because there are some things that you just can't do by yourself. I mean,
Hmm.
an example would be like the Amish when they're going to raise a barn. Literally,
Right.
like all the able-bodied men come together and fuck, man? They all just crawl inside this barn. They all fucking pick up a stick and goddamn, there's fucking 120 feet walking a fucking barn down the field. Like, God,
Hmm.
like, I've seen it happen.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it too.
It's amazing. And so it makes sense, you know. There are some activities where, you know, you need a bigger support network. And so, again, that's the fourth principle. Instead of an ever diversifying and growing and thriving support network that's constantly making new connections and you're constantly diversifying into more and more seasonal crops and access to other types of meat and eggs and stuff. Now it's monopoly season and it's
Mm.
Kroger or Safeway, just one supermarket,
Shit, it's not
one or
monopoly
two
season, it's
fucking
consolidation season.
yeah. I mean, it's God, it's staggering.
It's been happening at a pretty fast pace. But then again, John
We
Kerry did
pretty
warn
much
us. So
already in the United Soviet America, the
basically,
choice in virtually any field, anywhere you go, anything you get. I mean, okay, well, you can go to Kroger and buy Heinz ketchup or the Kroger brand, or you can go to Myers and buy Heinz ketchup or the Myers brand, or go to Save a Lot or Aldi.
well, I had a feeling he might drop out. He should be back in a minute. There he is. Let me bring him back in.
I think were we at Aldi's or Kroger's? I don't know. We were buying ketchup, as
Right
I
there.
recall.
Yeah, that's exactly where we were.
And so the moral of the story is no matter where you go, you're going to be able to get your Heinz ketchup or the knockoff brand. But when you look at the actual product, you'll find out that, well, now if you want the good Heinz ketchup that doesn't have high fructose corn syrup in it,
Hmm.
that's in the smaller bottle, two shelves down below the main display that's got the four sizes of Heinz ketchup. They're all full of high fructose corn syrup and
Right.
all other kinds of weird shit that is not tomatoes, salt, or water. So why is it? Anyways, I digress.
Oh, it's there to destroy your organs, your kidneys and your
Listen here.
liver and yeah.
Yona pro tip when it comes to grocery shopping. As soon as you go over five ingredients, just set it back down. What are you going to go in an RV out in the desert with Heisenberg and cook up fucking meth? I mean, what the fuck are these ingredients? Hydrotocopherol, acetate, butane, and sulfur. What?
Mhm.
Anyway,
I heard. I think it was on a podcast. Would have to have been right, but I remember learning at some point along the way that the reason they use the high fructose corn syrup as a sweetener is
it's a sugar substitute.
right. It's a substitute for sugar, but the reason why that was chosen over other sugar substitutes
So
was
cheap.
because they knew ahead of time that one of the main effects that it has on the body is that it prevents it from metabolizing vitamin D,
Yep.
which means people whose diet is high in high fructose corn syrup are going to get sick a lot.
And it's also a way to get product from the ground up corn cobs
Hmm.
because when they make the high fructose corn syrup, the
They
corn
basically
syrup,
just press the husks, right?
yeah, corn syrup. I mean, that's not made with the yummy
The
part that you
kernel.
would use
Yeah, no, it's
salt.
not made
That's
with the
not
kernel.
made with the kernel. It's basically chemically altered powdered corn cob. That's the sugar substitute. corn syrup.
Pretty much.
Anyways, and then you've got your partially hydrogenated palm kernel oil. Ah, don't we love a fresh new palm
Mm.
plantation? Bye bye tropical rainforest. Hello Nestle's. Um, God, what a depressing episode. We didn't even shit on any politicians yet, or did we?
Uh,
Did we talk about Iran
no.
for a
Why?
second?
Why? What's
For a
the
second.
point? What's the point of talking about Iran?
Ukraine,
What's the point?
Gaza,
Again, what's the point?
Israel.
Eh. I mean, it's Israel finally announced to the world their plans to annex Gaza. Like, we didn't know that was fucking coming for the last 2 years.
Oh, and because they said that, now England and France are like, well, we're going to recognize Palestine then.
No, it's
Whoopity fucking
it's all
do.
posturing. I do find it interesting that France was the first one to begin that little cascade, but then the UK very quickly followed behind France.
Speaking of France, of course, we're familiar with Obama and Big Mike. Well, in France, they have Macron and Brigitte
Brigitte,
Big
yeah.
Mac. And
Right, the
apparently,
Macron brothers.
Brigitte and Emmanuel, or we'll just say Big Mac and Son.
It's funny because when you say Brigitte and Emmanuel, it sounds like they're lesbians.
Well, I guess they kind of are in a gay sort of way. But apparently those two,
Careful, they're litigious.
yeah, I know they've already sued like 5 or 6 people. God, you keep beating me to the punch. 5 or 6 different people they've already sued, and now it's what's that dingbat bimbo's name?
Oh, the black girl.
Candace Owens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Took me a second.
The
I'm
black
getting
girl that
old.
hates the Jews.
Ears grind slowly.
Yeah. Although
Uh,
she used to work for the Jews.
yeah.
Depending on who you ask, she still does.
Ben Shapiro's stable. I've every time I picture Ben Shapiro, I see him in DFW in that fucking cowboy hat.
Oh, Lord.
And then Ram Ranch starts playing. Oh God. Speaking of playing, I have maybe I did. Did I upload it? I don't know. Let's see. Will it open link in new tab? Yeah. Well, that was 3 days ago
What was 3 days ago?
when I did the Atomic remix.
Hmm.
And I uploaded that, but I have not uploaded the Matrix remix. Because, I got done with the song and it was fine. And then I got high and I was listening to Flashlight.
No. You?
And then like I went to How High and was watching the part where the dances from How High. The dean at the college, Dean
Yeah.
Kane.
Yeah.
Because he ate the brownies. But okay,
Right.
anyway.
Yeah. Love that movie.
When I saw that, I was like, what would happen if I just threw Atomic Dog underneath this song I just made? I wonder what would happen. So then I downloaded the George Clinton and split it up in the 6-way stem splitter. And I made it and I uploaded it. And honestly, I like it better without the George Clinton, but I don't have that uploaded anywhere except for Telegram. And I don't think Streamlabs gets along with Telegram.
No, it doesn't.
So this
Nothing
is the part
gets
of the
along
show.
with Telegram.
I think we're up to episode 79 now.
Correct.
So now there's a way that I can actually play an MP4 video file. We figured that out now, right? I can actually play an MP4 video file straight onto Streamlabs now. Or no, no. It
No,
has to be uploaded to a platform.
correct.
And that's the 79th episode in a row I've asked the same fucking question. All right, we got that out of the way.
All right.
Powered by Streamlabs.
Well, hey, I mean, at least they didn't break anything serious with the last update. It's crazy. I went looking for the update notes for the update that they pushed out yesterday, and I can't find them anywhere. They're nowhere. I emailed Streamlabs. I was like, hey, been all over the website. Can't find the update notes anywhere. Can you please direct me to them? Crickets.
Well, it could be worse. It could be StreamYard.
Again, a paying customer. This is apparently how they treat their paying customers. People should probably know that. But I don't think it's any different from really any other corporation at this point. They all switched to this new model. You know, coming into the scamdemic, they all trialed it for like the first couple of years before 2020, and then they're like, all right, fuck it. Flip it into overdrive, screw the customer.
So I don't know. Maybe I am my own worst critic. Let me see. Has anybody watched this video? 46 people.
Well, what? Where?
On Rumble.
Bullshit.
In 3 days, 46 people watched it.
Oh, in 3 days, 46. I thought you said there were 46 people watching on Rumble right now. There's no way they would ever allow our counter to get that high. Doesn't matter how many people are watching it.
You played Andorra the other day.
Yeah, last night.
Hicks track.
Yeah,
last night. That's up to 71. Left turns at 59, bangers at 54, 47, 49, 56. So, in that case, 46 and 54 and 71, that's pretty good. I guess. I don't know. How do I verify those numbers?
You can't.
I can't.
You can't.
It's just a matter of faith.
There's no way to verify any of the numbers. None of them.
Well, this song
and that's before you even start talking about the services where you can purchase views and followers.
This song is 4 minutes and change. So
sounds like something good for the end, which is coming up in just a few minutes.
I can go ahead and get this queued up. And I know how Rumble is, so let me get it. Aha, gotcha, bitch.
I wonder when's Rumble going to start their AI age verification like YouTube? Because again, Rumble's supposed to be the mirror image of the YouTube for the folks on the right side of the political spectrum, right? Gotta give them the same advantages that the folks on YouTube have.
Oh, that'll be a bridge too far for me. I'm not doing a retinal scan. I'm not doing.
No, I'm not doing any of that shit either.
Fingerprints. Nope. I'll just go somewhere else.
I'll stop broadcasting.
Go somewhere else.
I'll stop broadcasting on those platforms.
Well, maybe we'll go ahead and throw this. Then we'll have 2 minutes at the end to laugh at it because
I haven't heard this one yet. I've actually been interested to hear it.
So a big special shout out to Larry Fishburne, aka Lawrence. Red pill, blue pill time. Oh, maybe I should turn the volume up.
That would help. You can keep going.
When my song comes on, it's going to be much louder.
It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
Live from the 304.
Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life. I imagine right now you're feeling a bit like Alice, tumbling down the rabbit hole.
House dogs, street dogs, dogs in the world night, dancing dogs. Yeah, count dogs, funky dogs, nasty dogs.
It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you.
That looks like fun.
There you go, Eric. Right.
It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
That looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I would definitely taken that ride when I was younger.
My God, that roller coaster in Andorra
Oh, that was wild.
with the Bill Hicks, like, my God, God, that thing's like a 30-minute ride, start to finish on a roller coaster. Granted, it's a personal coaster, but to me, that makes it even better.
That does make it even better.
Wow, like
Well,
wow.
that way you could actually, if it's that long, you could actually run multiple people at the same time
Oh yeah,
because they'd never be occupying the same track space.
right.
You just have to make sure that you space the intervals out far enough. They'll never
It looked
even
like
be
they had
anywhere
very many
near each
cars
other.
there, but granted, it's in Andorra, and I'd say most people like don't even know that Andorra exists. Andorra the Explorer. What are you talking about, Yona?
No, now they do.
It's in the Pyrenees
Yeah. But
near
we'll have to
Basque
cover that.
country,
Yeah, we'll have to cover that next week because it's already midnight on the East Coast.
where they speak the Euskara, the Basque, which is a language spoken on Earth that is entirely unrelated to any other spoken language. A linguistic isolate, one of the few.
Hmm.
And in fact, a lot of Klingon is actually based upon Basque.
Interesting.
And that's the more you know. Well, that's episode 79, folks. Learn some Basque.
There will
Eat
be
some
a
worms.
quiz next week.
Long and prosper. Don't meet that chicken Quiznos.
Oh, wow. Well, you'll have to tell me about that next week.
Which Dolagi? Yeah. Go to. Yeah. Well, I mean, any chain that advertises with fucking sponge monkeys, that should be red flags already.
Well,
Like,
there should be, but the subs were tasty. I do have to say
they're
that for them.
toasted subs, man.
Well, fuck yeah. It's yummy. Good night,
You think
everybody.
Subway ever would have started toasting subs if Quiznos hadn't have done it first? Jared wasn't thinking about that. We know what Jared was doing.
That's right.
Not
That's really where we need to end it, or we're gonna get sued. Good night, everybody.
right. But